Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. For today's video, I have a fun video that I have never tried before because honestly, I'm scared of these types of videos. But one of you guys requested it and it has been requested in the past plenty of times. I kind of just don't ever do it. And I'm going to get into why in a little bit. But today's video is going to be if I was to somehow lose my perfume collection. It got stolen. It never got here with my move, for example. And I had to repurchase 10 of them to start off. Which 10 would be the first ones that I would go get? So it's a really fun topic and we're going to be getting into that today. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. If you love all things girly, go ahead and subscribe because that's all that we talk about on this channel. And I would love to see you back for my future uploads. With that said, let's jump into today's video. Alright guys, so for today's video, it's going to be like a fun tag type of video. I have seen this video done so many times in the fragrance community on YouTube and I love hearing people's answers, but I never wanted to do it myself because I am the worst person at choosing one thing. I notice I have a problem with that. Like sometimes my girls, you know how kids love to ask like, what's your favorite this? What's your favorite that? Sometimes my daughters are like, what's your favorite color? And I'm like, I don't have a favorite color. I love all of them. When I was younger, I would say pink or blue, but I cannot choose favorites. I have a problem with that. I enjoy things for a while, then I move on to the next thing, and I rarely have things that are like, like this is it. And these types of videos feel like this is it type of thing. But then I was like, you know what? This is just for fun. And there are some fragrances that I always go back to. So I was just like, this is a good way to challenge myself and see what would be the first 10 fragrances that I would buy if my fragrance collection just disappeared or something. It was supposed to be 10. I have a bonus one because I couldn't make up my mind again. But let's start off. I'm not going to put them in any order because honestly, I really love these fragrances so much for me to even put them in this video. There's actually a pretty good mix here of like seasons, but I do notice that I really do tend to go towards specific scents because they're kind of similar at the same time. So we're just going to start off with a very affordable one. It's a celebrity fragrance and I just feel like this is one that I love to have. I haven't reached for it in a while. This one is just one that gets compliments. It's loved by a lot of people when I put it on, especially my husband. And it just smells so good. It's affordable. And this is Ariana Grande's. Ariana Grande, is this Ari? The poof ball came off. I don't even know where it went. Here is Ariana Grande's Ari. This right here just smells like a snack, like a cloud of sugar. So if you do not like sweet fragrances, this is so good. Like you just cannot go wrong with this. That's the reason why when I was looking at my collection, I was like, should I put that as something that I would get? But it is because it's just so easy to just spray this on and you're going to smell like a sugar ball, like a little cotton candy walking cloud. It's raspberry, but it's raspberry in a sugary, smooth way. It's not sharp. It's not too screechy. It's sweet. It's so sweet. And this is my favorite one. I do not enjoy sweet like candy too much because that one to me comes off a little bit younger. Not that there's anything wrong with that one, but this one feels like it can be a little bit more grown up. It's so good. It's so sweet. It's so yummy. It's raspberry vanilla cloud. And what I like about this one is that it does have like a powdery touch to it as well. And I do tend to go towards those fragrances. Yeah, this is fruity, sweet, a little powdery. There's marshmallow in here. There's raspberry, vanilla orchid, which is one of my favorite notes in perfumes, which I started to notice that a lot of the times when I really enjoyed a fragrance and I would look at the notes, it would say vanilla orchid. So there's something in the perfume world where that note just, I absolutely love it. It makes the scent smell sweet and smooth Like it's smooth, but it has a sweetness to it, and it's so girly and feminine. So yeah, first one would be Ari by Ariana Grande. Next up is one that I have worn for many, many years. It's the fragrance that I was wearing when I first got heavy into fragrance. Like when I was really just going to Sephora every week to smell perfumes. I would go to the mall with my mom on Friday evenings. It was like our thing to do. And we would just smell perfumes and go to Sephora, look at makeup, look at the new perfumes. And that's when I was kind of like really like, whoa, I'm starting to really enjoy this whole like perfume world. And I got this fragrance and I was just hooked with it. Like I spent, I would say like 5 years where this was just the fragrance that I would wear for date night, to go to concerts, to go out, to anything. And that is Gucci Guilty, which sadly it is harder to find now in this packaging. I have not tried the other version of this at Sephora, which is like in a longer bottle. Some people tell me it's similar, some people tell me it's completely different. I need to get my hands on one of those just to see, because if it doesn't smell like this, then that's a bummer, because this is no longer sold at stores. But this goes against many of the notes that I say I dislike. Like this goes against that because it's one of my ultimate favorite fragrances. It has like this metallic peppery burst when you put it on, and it actually lasts the entire time you have it on that way. It is like a fresh, spicy, almost cool metallic. When I say metallic, not because of the packaging, but the packaging really does do it justice. It's like this freshness in a cool way, and it makes it smell so sexy. It's a very, to me, very sexy fragrance. It has patchouli, which is a note that also I don't enjoy too much. There's peach in here, which I do love peach. And it's just a really unique, like I have smelled fragrances with this kind of DNA, but nothing done the same exact way. I feel like Gucci Guilty is just different. And not too many people talk about it, but then I do have many of you join me in the Gucci Guilty Club. So there are a few of us who really enjoy it. So yeah, the notes in here are just like, if someone was to pick out a note for me that has been watching my channel, they would probably skip over this, because this has pink pepper, which I have been sensitive to in other scents. Peach, I do. But there is geranium, which I despise in a lot of fragrances, jasmine, which I despise, black currant, which I despise, patchouli, amber, which I also have a hard time with, and somehow it all comes together and gives me one of my favorite scents that was my signature scent for years. Riddle me that. That's exactly why perfume is so much fun. It's a hobby that I don't think I'll ever get tired of, because you're continuously just discovering new different ways to combine notes, and that's what makes it so much fun. So Gucci Guilty would be the second one that I would go on eBay and get a bottle of. That's probably overpriced, but I need it in my collection. I don't reach for it as much as I used to, because I just wore that to the ground, but I still like to put it on just to remember. I have a lot of memories with it. It's a good one. Next up, another one that's super unique, very polarizing. Some people like it, some people hate it. I would need this in my collection, and this is Givenchy's Hot Couture. This is the EDT. I've never tried the EDP version, but this right here is bold, very bold. Like I've always pictured like a girl with black hair with red lipstick on, a jacket, she's at the bar, and it just smells smoky raspberry, but it's not fruity like, hi, I'm a friendly raspberry. This is like, I am a sexy raspberry. Like I'm grown and I'm sexy. Like it just smells so good. I want to wear it now. And when I wear this, I get the biggest scent bubble around me the entire time I'm wearing it. It performs amazing on me. It's funny that a lot of my favorites, they don't have huge dents, because I have a huge collection and I'm always trying new things. So it's hard to really get big dents on my stuff. I tend to use my all-time favorite ones less often because I don't want to run out. I don't know what the psychology is behind that, because it's kind of dumb because those are the ones that I love the most. There's raspberry, there's spices in here, strawberry, there's magnolia, which I do love as a floral, tuberose, which it's tuberose, but it's not as bubblegummy and it's not as cloying and annoying as other fragrances. It's mixed so perfect in here. There's rose, it opens up with citrus, and I don't really pick up too much citrus when it opens up. And then there is base notes of vetiver, amber, and musk. This is such a beautiful one. That's another one that I would repurchase for sure. This one, I won't even think about it. Like it would already be in my cart and it would be like at my house. so fast because the love that has grown for this fragrance, when the hype was going around about this fragrance, I actually bought it and I was just like, why does everyone go crazy over this fragrance? I didn't understand it, and my nose would just be like nose blind to it. As I got into fragrance, that stopped happening and I started smelling it more. And when I wore it in the heat in Puerto Rico, won me over. It was one of the sexiest in a understated way. It was like you're not trying too hard, but there's something about you. That is Juliette Has A Gun, not a perfume. It just smells put together. It smells clean. It's so good. And again, the notes are just amber, musky, and woody. I don't ever go towards amber. I don't enjoy it too much in fragrances, but this is two notes, ambroxan and cetylox. And ambroxan is a note that I used to struggle with. I didn't even smell it at times. Now it's becoming a favorite note for me. It just smells airy, watery, misty, like just a cloud of, I always describe it as a cloud because it's like a cloudy scent. It's not too thick. It's just, it smells good. You smell fresh and clean. Almost a tiny bit powdery, which nobody really describes, not a perfume as powdery, but it just is so good. You can literally put this on for anything. I don't know how it would work in the cold. Never really tried to wear it in the cold, but in the heat, this is amazing and it just projects off of your skin. It smells so good. It smells like you're not trying too hard and there's not too much florals, there's not too much fruit. So if you don't really have like a scent profile, you just want to smell good, but you don't want to be like too fruity, too floral, this is the perfect type of fragrance. It just makes your skin smell good, inviting, clean. So good. The next one. So I discovered this fragrance when I started my YouTube channel and I was heavy just watching perfume videos and seeing what fragrances I wanted to add to my collection. Probably one of the most exciting times in discovering perfumes because it was just all so new to me. So it was like I was bursting with so many different fragrances I wanted to try. And when I got my hands on these, it was magical. And I always tell you guys that I don't wear this one that much because I don't want it to lose that feeling of every time I put this on, it's like your eyes roll to the back of your head. You have an out of body experience and it is just amazing. That type of perfume. And that is Elie Saab Girl of Now line. This is so beautiful. I know some people do find it a little bit too thick and cloying, but for those of you who love this, you know that this is like a magical potion. It is a sweet balm. It's thick. It's almondy. So good. I got this fragrance and my mom came to visit from Miami and I was living in Puerto Rico. I sprayed this on before she got there. It was like her first time visiting the apartment and she's walking with me and she's helping me get the girls ready to leave the house because we were going to go visit family. And finally, when we get to the car, she's like, I don't know who it is that smells like that. I don't know if it was one of the girls or if it's you, but what is that? And I was just like, it's this new perfume that I'm trying out. And when I showed it to her, she ordered one for herself. She said that it smelled so good. And we lived in a condo, so when you got off of the elevator, our door was right there. Like you get off of the elevator and the condo door was there. She's like, as soon as the elevator doors open, I smelled it. It's sweet. It's so good. And I cannot wait to wear it. So good. It is so sweet. It's like syrup. Like I could just picture something dripping of how thick and sweet it is. So if that sounds like something that you're not into, you would probably hate this fragrance, but it is so sweet and just so good. And the almond, I love almond in fragrances. It's so good. And the shine version with the pineapple, that's another whole like, it's so good. I haven't worn them in a while, so I'm kind of going like through it again. But oh my god. I don't know which one I like more because the pineapple in here is so sweet and juicy. And it's that pineapple that when you bite into it, it's like dripping of how sweet and ripe it is. That's this pineapple. I would definitely get these in my collection ASAP if I was missing my perfumes. The original one, I get a little bit more of that patchouli in there. It's definitely a little bit like longer lasting for me. This lasts so long on me. These two last forever on me. The reason why the dent is not even that big is because I still wore it in Puerto Rico. I didn't care. But it's a thick one to be wearing in hot weather. So I feel like now that it's gonna be cold here, I'm definitely gonna be taking advantage of these and they're gonna get their use. And after I go through this, I want to get like the big bottle of this one because it means a lot to me. It reminds me of starting YouTube. It reminds me of just being so excited. It has a lot of beautiful memories. So yeah, Girl of Now, for sure. I'm counting these as one because they're just so good. I can't decide which one I like more. Another one that I would go ahead and get right away is Kayali's Vanilla 28. This is a must-have. It's, again, one that I wasn't using a lot because all of these that I really, really love, I think will do better in the cold. So now I'm really going to be able to just really fall in love with them even harder. So Vanilla 28 is like a vanilla extract type of smell with a little bit of floral in it, but to me it's not. I know some people get more floral in it than they do vanilla. I get the perfect like brown sugar vanilla extract type of scent. It is so good. And I haven't used this one either in a while. I think I'm ready for it because I was waiting for it to get cooler outside. This is like the perfect, one of the most perfect vanillas ever. It doesn't last a crazy amount of time on me, but the longer that it has sat in my collection, the better the performance has gotten. When I first got it and it was like lighter in color, it didn't really last long. And now it's thicker, it's richer, it's smoother, it's denser. So it does last a little bit longer, but this one is just a must have for me. So this next one, this one's like summertime vibes. This is another one that since the moment I got this fragrance, I have loved it. And if you've been watching me for that long, I don't shut up about it. Every time it's like spring and summer. I love guava. I love how tropical it is, how it is sweet, but it also has a little like tart side to it, but it's not too tart. So this is Versace Dylan Turquoise. Another one that's not too popular, but I kind of tend to like things that I don't think are like the most popular fragrances. So yeah, this one would be one that I would add to my collection right away. This is a guava opening, a blast of citrus, but it is a very sweet citrus because the guava really blends in with that. Super citrusy, and then there's a woody base to it. So to me, it's just the perfect spring and summer fragrance. I love the bottle. It looks like the ocean inside of a bottle. Again, also brings me back memories of Puerto Rico. Very tropical and beachy. And I know some people only get like lemon out of this and they think of like cleaner products and things like that, but I really, really get that guava in there, and that's what saves it for me with this one. So this is a must-have in my collection. Next up, we have one that, again, I fell in love with so much. Couldn't really enjoy it as much as I wanted to because of the weather, and I have been wearing it much more. There's a little dent going on in this one, and this is Jo Malone's Scarlet Poppy. Another really sweet, almost fluffy type of smell. There is, I believe, orris in here, and it gives this texture to fragrances where it's very fluffy and soft and just so cozy. It's like a really nice scent. This is a powdery vanilla. So there is no vanilla in here, but you get vanilla vibes from this. But this does have ambrette, which is one of my favorite notes in fragrances as well. It's like this sweet musky scent. And then there is orris, fig, poppy, tonka bean, heliotrope, and barley. So it's just a very smooth vanilla, like a little puffball of a scent. It's so, so good. So good. Perfect amount of sweetness. It's not too sweet. It's a little dry as well. And it's just so good. Next up, this one was in my favorites for September. I am in love with it all over again. It is doing things that it never did before, so I would definitely pick this up. When I first bought this fragrance, I actually returned it because I did not smell it on myself, but I only did like 2 sprays of it. So you do have to go pretty heavy with the sprays on this one, but this is a must for me. And this is Clean Reserve Skin. Perfect for every day, perfect for errands, perfect for bedtime, perfect for picking your kids up from school. It's just that simple to me. It makes you smell so good, but like you naturally smell good. It's a musky scent. It is a little sweet, but then there is leather in there, there's praline in there. Everything is balanced out so nicely. So this is another one that I like to group kind of like with Juliette Has A Gun, Not a Perfume, where they just smell good, but you don't smell too floral, too sweet, too fruity, none of that. It's just a musky scent that just makes your skin smell so good. So Skin is a perfect name for it. The last one would be Maison Francis Kirk de Jean Gentle Fluidity Gold. This one is another one that I try not to even use a lot because I don't want to run out of it. But this one is one that I definitely will repurchase when I run out because it is so good. It's compared a lot to Rose's Greedy, to Intense Cafe, I believe. And some of those have rose in them, and I get a little put off by that rose. This does not have rose. This has juniper berries. It has vanilla. It has a woody touch to it. It is dainty. It is thin and airy, yet I can still smell it on me the whole time that I'm wearing it. It doesn't get enough hype, I feel like. I feel like Baccarat, just everyone went so crazy for it for years, but Gentle Fluidity Gold to me is so beautiful. It smells sophisticated, yet sweet and yummy at the same time, and so good. This is so good. It's perfect. And I think it gets better the longer it sits. Like the darker that juice is getting, the better it is. And then the last one is like a bonus one. This one is discontinued too. That's why I didn't really want to talk about it too much. But every time I wear this, it's an experience. It's like, I need you in my life. And this is Valentino Donna Acqua. And I have this bottle. It's almost halfway done. It makes me just like tear every time. I don't even want to spray it. But if you like Girl of Now, okay, this one will rock your world too. And this one has pear. So it's pear and almond. And it creates this juicy, almondy, sweet fragrance. And every time that I talk about it, I get so many of you that are like, yes, why the hell is this discontinued? Like, the best fragrances are discontinued. This should be available. Gourmand, it's beautiful, it's sweet. So sweet and nutty, but the nutty is not too much. It's not dry. The pear gives it juiciness. It is the perfect gourmand almondy scent. I don't care if I have to go to eBay and spend whatever it is on the bottle when I run out of this, because it's one of my all-time favorite perfumes. That's why I don't reach for it too much. I'm gonna spray some today. I think I might like it more than Girl of Now, to be honest. It is just, oh my God, it's so beautiful. That's gorgeous. So comment down below. If those of you who know, you know. That is just like, it's just a disgrace that it's not available anymore. Like, come on. If I had Born in Roma Intense, no. Born in Roma, I'm gonna give that one another try in the cold because it might work for me in the cold. But come on, this is just, it goes over all of those. Over all of them. This is the queen on top. So those are the fragrances that I would buy if I didn't have my fragrance collection. I had to start from scratch. These are the ones that I would be so happy to have to start off with. Like, I'm looking at them and I'm like, yes, I would be a very happy girl with these lined up. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and comment down below what are your fragrances that you would get if you had nothing and you had to start from scratch. What are the first ones that you're going to go get? I cannot wait to see your responses. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I will see you in the next one.